Thank you for joining me for another video. I am going to prep school for tomorrow. Now, normally I really enjoy doing this, but I'm honestly exhausted tonight. I have, as you can tell, it's been a long day, and we just got home from a kid's birthday party at the park, and wrangling 3 kids at a birthday party at the park is exhausting. I put my 2 youngest to bed. My son is watching a movie, so I'm gonna try to get this homeschool prep done as fast as possible. And I'm gonna take you along with me. All right, I have not done anything to this room since Friday, as you can tell. We really haven't been home a lot this weekend, so I am going to reset the calendar. This is what we start school with every day, and we sing our months of the year and days of the week songs. I like to have it blank. I do leave the year up since that doesn't change. What is the date tomorrow? Tomorrow is the 14th, right? Let's see, yep, 14th. I will write sight words up here. I'm just not sure what those are yet. So I'm gonna go into his book. All right, here's our pile I left from the other day. I'm gonna start with math first. I usually put math at the bottom. All right, so this is, okay, so it is chapter review, so there's not a ton that I need to do because truthfully it's going through numbers 6 through 10, and my son did not have any issues with that. It's rather simple for him, so I really don't have a lot to do. Tomorrow or the next day when I prep, it will be a checkup, which is essentially like a little quiz checkup to see how they're doing. And then we will be going into a new unit about shapes. So I don't really have a lot of prep here. If my son had a little bit harder of a time with this, I would spend a little bit more time, but we kind of breezed through math, and I think we'll actually be ahead of math this year. Next is language arts. We use the Good and the Beautiful, and I could not recommend them enough. I use these little tabs and they help so much. All right, look at the words in the green box. All right, we did this last week. He's gonna be reading those words. I need to write these on index cards. Okay, let me grab some index. All right, so it says, write the following words on index cards. Lay the cards out on a trail on the floor. Have the child read each card and tell you if the S says an S or Z sound. If correct, have the child hop to the next card. Okay, so I'm gonna write all these words down. I'm gonna do it in a Sharpie. I cannot recommend the Good and the Beautiful enough. We used it for preschool and pre-K. I wanted to sample them out. You really don't need curriculum for preschool and pre-K, but the main reason why that's a terrible G, why I wanted to use it was to get a feel for if I liked the curriculum. And I do think that's a great way because some people may love certain aspects of different curriculums. So I would definitely recommend trying out a few. Also, I went to a homeschool, oh my gosh, I keep putting the wrong side up. A homeschool conference for my state. Did have to drive quite a bit, but it was so worth it. And I was able to meet with the curriculum developers and the people who sell the curriculum and really pick their brain, and it really helped me a ton. And we did a different curriculum for math this year. We did BJU Press. It's not bad, but I wish I would have stuck to my gut and done the Good and the Beautiful, just because I really love the layout, and that makes a big difference. So next year and for the future with my daughter, who will be in kindergarten here in a couple of years, I will absolutely be doing the Good and the Beautiful. All right, last one. It's quite a bit of words. So this is actually just a good bit tomorrow, which is totally fine, but it's gonna take us, let's see, I'm trying to find a paper clip, fancy one. All right, so there's the cards for that. Look at the beautiful drums. When I say a word, tap your pencil on that drum. Okay, so he'll have a pencil, which I keep right here. I have this little tub right here. Put the cards right there. All right, last little bit for language arts tomorrow. He will trace his V's and B's, and then he'll put the missing V or B. All right, simple enough. This is definitely the activity that's gonna take the most. Then next up on the pile, I put this little book, but I'm actually gonna put these words on the board. So these are the words I'm gonna put on the board. I'll do that next. I'm gonna set this aside right now. I'm gonna put our devotion. This is the devotion that I read with my kids and I absolutely love it. It's off Amazon. You can link it if you want, but I just put the little post-it for the date. This is my favorite thing I've done with my kids for about a year and a half. It's a great way to open up your homeschool day and just pray that the Lord blesses you guys both with patience and focus and all that. And then I put this handwriting book. This is also from The Good and the Beautiful. I put this on top because I do school with my toddler, my 3-year-old first. So while I'm doing that, my son is going to be tracing his R's, working on his handwriting, his P's. He's gonna be copying those designs in the book. I love this. It's kind of honestly like a little handwriting busy book. I love it. It was pretty inexpensive on their site, but this is just great while I'm doing school. I do school with my youngest first, and I did a video all about why and tips on homeschooling when you have littles. So if you want to go check that out, feel free. So this comes with the Good and the Beautiful curriculum. They're called Reading Booster cards, and you can read straight out of this book. We're working on CVC words and starting to blend some sentences. But my son really struggles with reading. Not struggles, but it's not his favorite. So I really like to write him on the blackboard because he loves it. So this is a little pyramid. All right, it looks kind of funky on the bottom. I'm gonna have to redo that bottom sentence, but there's what we're gonna read tomorrow off the board. All right, and then for my daughter, she's 3. Normally we'll do an art or craft activity, but I told you Mama is very tired and I just don't have the creativity right now. I had these little worksheets we got from actually our local library. They always have little drawers full of activities. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna talk about the letter C. I got a highlighter. My son uses a highlighter with school sometimes, so she'll be thrilled because she wants to be just like him. So she can highlight the C's. And then again, she's gonna be able to use scissors, which is great practice for her. And it's something she loves to do because her big brother does it. And then we'll glue. So she will absolutely love this. But again, this is just my tired mom. If you have a local library, tired mom activity. If you have a local library that has worksheets, I recommend grabbing a bunch every time you go. That way you just have these on hand. I put all of her stuff in this little container. I got it from the Dollar Tree just to keep it organized and together. I have a baby and a toddler along with my school age boys. So I find if things are not put away nicely, they just end up all over my house. So this is how I organize her stuff. And when it's time for school, I'll grab this from my shelves. I'll sit here at the table, open it up, and she knows everything in this box she can use. So that just works really well for us. And that is all it takes. I spent about 10-15 minutes prepping school. It just makes me feel better going into the day. That way I'm organized. We can get started on school right away. I don't have a lot of time in the morning because I really try to do this when my baby is sleeping, to do school when my baby's sleeping. So prepping ahead of time is key, and it just goes smoother for my other kiddos as well. So thanks for joining me. If you have any questions, drop them below. And if you have any questions as far as next videos and something I can explain better for you, I would love your input. My goal with this channel is to empower you to homeschool if it's on your heart. Thanks again for joining me, and see you next time.